Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have the honor, the privilege to present to you the all new synthesizer called the Swarm by Artium Instruments. So what is the Swarm by Artium Instruments? What it is an 8-voice polyphonic synthesizer with a super saw oscillator. I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer and huge shout out to Artium Instruments for sending this my way. There was zero obligation though, and this was not a paid sponsorship in any way, just me sharing my thoughts about this thing. And at first glance, you'll notice these big, delicious knobs. Just look at them all. We love knobs, and this thing definitely satisfies all of that. If we kind of dissect what we're looking at here, we have a big, beautiful filter knob and a detune knob. The filter has a touch of resonance in it while you utilize it, and then the detune, detunes that oscillator. Your red section, the red knobs here, is your arpeggiator. It allows you to control the speed, the direction, how it's arpeggiating, octaves. I mean, there's a lot of flexibility here. It allows you to hold, and so it'll just continuously arpeggiate. This touch plate sensor, if you tap it, it creates tap tempo. So you can do it that way, or with this little switch here, you can clock sync it. Has an envelope generator section with release and attack. And then might be hard to notice, but there's like a brown knob section, and that is your effects. And that's really where this thing starts to shine. It has a lot of effects, so it's really an all-in-one. It has delay, reverb, chorus, freeze. Reverb, I would say it reminds me of like a room or a hall, some sort of reverb like that. So it sounds very nice. This is a beautiful chorus. It sounds fantastic, especially when you mix it with that Detune knob. And then the freeze, which is a really unique feature about this, it will hold that note in like an ambient fashion. You just press this other sensor plate and you can control it with this mix knob. And then if you want to turn it off, just twist it and press it again. Build quality. This thing's a tank. It's solid. It's like a metal casing. It's just a little tank, this thing. It's a nice juicy little box with buttons and knobs, and I love it. Let's talk about the connections here on the back, which is going to be unique to some people. This thing has USB-C power and USB-C for MIDI. Don't be alarmed. It's not a big deal. I use a keystep by Artium. It powers it and controls it with MIDI just fine. There's also adapters if you're really, wanting to control it with some other keyboard that might not support that. There's adapters out there, so don't be alarmed by that. But I love it. It's universal, it's easy, and it works great. You'll notice also here on the back, 2 ins, 2 outs, and it's stereo out. And then you can also stereo in. So you can bring an instrument into this and play on the effects. So I guess it is a guitar pedal. Sure, it's not stomp box style where you have that thing that you press on, but it functions and looks just like one, except it's actually a fully capable synthesizer. There's also these 2 little octave up and down buttons on the back. I haven't needed to use those because my keystep can control that. There's also an LED light, which allows you to monitor the speed of the arpeggiator or however it's clocked. It reminds me a lot of the flavor and essence of a Juno. I don't know how else to describe it. That's my impression of it, with that super saw and all those voices using the chorus and all those effects. You can get some beautiful 80s vintage sounds out of this box. And it's actually really affordable given all of its features. This thing is going for $400 US. And when you compare it to other instruments for 8 voices and built-in effects, you're getting a really good deal here. So Artium Instruments is a small company. I'm going to be providing a link. I highly, highly recommend supporting this company, you know, these boutique designers. And this is such a good competitive price for all of its features, and it looks beautiful. It's such a low profile in your studio, so there's always going to be room for this thing on your desk or somewhere, you know what I mean? Super compact, portable. The only drawback that I can really think for this is maybe someone is going to want a resonance knob. You know, this synth purist or snobbery might come out and you're like, I wish I could control that resonance. It's already got that splash in there, so to each their own. And then the other would be the USB-C issue of, it does include this cable, which is the USB-C to USB-A adapter, but you might be concerned, is it going to power my keyboard? Again, I used an Arturia key step with this, plugged it in, was immediately ready to go to control this. But there's also adapters, so don't let that stop you. Do I recommend this? Absolutely. You guys are going to love this, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this as you start getting this in your hands. I want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments below, and send some love to Artium Instruments. Go give them a follow. Again, this is just such good quality and features for this price. You guys are going to love this one. Thanks so much for checking out this video. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.